Today, we're going to look over Nebraska's newest wide receiver transfer, California star Nyziah Hunter, and we're going to look at his best clips from the 2024 season and his college highlights and all the stuff that we are excited to see for the next 3 years as a Nebraska playmaker. So really quick, I am excited about this edition. If you are to hit that like button, and hey, if you're unsubscribed, now is the time to subscribe. I post daily Husker football content and transfer portal content that you're going to get nowhere else here on Husker YouTube. So listen, if you're a diehard Nebraska fan, join the best family here on Husker YouTube and hit that subscribe button. You will be thanking yourself that you did. But without further ado, let's get into it, going over this film reaction of Nebraska's brand new receiver, Nyziah Hunter, coming in from California. So I've compiled a compilation of pretty much all of his catches this season. Again, listed at 6'2", 210 pounds, had about 600 yards receiving for the Golden Bears. So let's just jump right into it. So here versus Auburn, playing at Auburn, goes up and gets the jump ball to get things going. So again, he has great size, but he also has great hands. You see that separation there. And then once again, just goes up, gets it. Good throw by Fernando Mendoza as well. But I compared Nyziah Hunter a lot to Ja'Cory Barney of Nebraska. Like, they just get him involved in a multitude of ways. Nice little comeback route. Good hands and double coverage. Once again, really good hands. Again, you'll see that throughout his film. Very consistent. Again, just a solid pass catcher. And there you can see a little bit of his quickness. That's something I like about Nyziah Hunter, is that he's not necessarily incredibly fast. Like, he does have some speed to him, don't get me wrong, but he is quick, and that means he can make people miss. We'll go back to this really quickly. But again, just a quick little dump off pass, little boop, and gets going for a couple extra yards. Again, nice, just solid catch to go back to that football. Finds a soft spot in the zone. That might have been man coverage, actually. Deep shot. Again, gets that separation. Now the speed does the rest. Can he outrun him? I don't think he did. The clip got cut off. But again, pretty solid speed. And just to get that separation was huge. We'll go back to that one more time. Again, playing one of the best defenses in college football in SMU. Gets that separation, off to the races. I know people are going to ask, can Nyziah Hunter block? Well, there's no blocking highlights on this film necessarily, but blocking is all about effort. Okay, if you have a determination that you're going to go block at an elite level, you will. Okay, that's how it is when it comes to wide receivers. Typically, you don't go up against great block shedding defensive backs. So again, I'm sure if he has that right mindset, he's going to be a great blocker. But people are going to ask that question in the comment section. But we know he can catch passes clearly from what we're seeing here. A lot of comeback routes. They just want to give him the ball. Again, he's really good at cutting back to the quarterback. Again, he can get separation as well. Look at that deep cross. Seen a couple of those. But again, talking to California fans, they were very mad to see this guy go. They were very high on him. And once again, just secure hands, gets open, finds that soft spot. That was man coverage. Once again, a crosser. Again, just very quick feet as well. Gets off the line of scrimmage very, very fast, quick release. Another comeback. See if we can make a man miss. Almost. Nice play by Fernando Mendoza. Step up. Just a nice little comeback route. He does that pretty much time and time again. Finds that soft spot in the zone. Comes back. Solid hands. We've seen a couple tough grabs by him. But really impressed with his hands so far. And there you go. Once again, on that crosser route, they've went back to him on this. This was actually a little bit of a corner. Good job to get it. Little play action. Nice little play concept in general. Good throw by Mendoza, and he comes down with it. So once again, nice little comeback. One more here. Yep, a little screen. All right, or a little curl route. So that was the majority of his clips, his catches from this year. Again, 600 yards, 40 receptions, 5 touchdowns. I also want to throw in some of his high school film just to take a look at it. But one thing I was just really impressed with early on, again, you could see the hands, really, really sure hands, not too many drops at all for Kyle. I don't believe he had a single drop that entire season. Again, solid speed, really good quickness, can beat man coverage. That's something that popped up time and time in his film that we just watched. This guy can beat man coverage. You know who couldn't beat man coverage? Not Ja'Cory Barty. Our two receivers last year, Jamal Banks and Isaiah Nair. So he can absolutely beat man coverage at an elite rate. He finds a soft spot in the zone. Really, really productive player, and he just gets open. Like, I don't care about your measurables. I don't care about your speed. I don't care about your hands. If you can get open and make plays, you're going to be a good receiver. Good thing that he's also fast, and he also has good size to him as well. So that's something I was impressed with. But looking at this high school film here really quick, and he was a 4-star coming out of California. See what he has. Little play action. Throw it up to him. Yes, sir. So a guy who can go up and get 50-50 balls as well. That's not necessarily what he's going to be asked to do for Nebraska, I don't think. I think we're going to get another big-time or taller receiver in the portal that can be our wide receiver X. But he's a guy who's really, really sure hands. Can get open against man coverage, can get open in zone coverage. Very quick as well. Just a guy who has a knack for getting open. Yeah, man. I mean, just an overall playmaker around the field. Really, really solid guy. This is just an overall well-rounded wide receiver. And yes, he can block. It's just all about determination. As a wide receiver, blocking really isn't a skill. It's just, do you have the effort to go out there and block at a high level? A lot of wide receivers don't have that effort because they don't care. They just want to catch passes. Okay, Jamal Banks didn't care. If Jamal Banks cared about blocking, he would have blocked at elite level. He's listed at 6'4", and that dude was big enough to block. He didn't care. He didn't give a crap. And that's why our blocking wasn't good. It's all about effort. I'm sure he'll be a good blocker. But again, this was a pretty significant addition for the Huskers. A guy who had 20-plus offers in the transfer portal. The Huskers beat out Oklahoma, Texas Tech, Kansas State, a bunch of other schools for him. And again, they get a big-time guy here. It's just very productive, and has 3 years of eligibility remaining. That's the thing I like about him. Watching these clips. Dane Key's nice, and we're still in the Dane Key sweepstakes. He's coming on a visit this weekend still. Obviously, it looks like Georgia's just going to land him, but we're still in it. The thing, again, Dane Key's a good receiver, but he only has 1 year left. Nyziah Hunter has 3 years left, so he's already very productive. He's almost as productive as Dane Key was, and he has 3 years left. He's going to be in our long-term future. That's what I like about the transfer portal. You want to get high-quality guys who are going to be instant producers. But ideally, those same guys, you want to stick around for a couple years, not just 1 year stopgap players. That's what Nyziah Hunter brings to the table. All right, guys, let's watch one more here. Yes, sir. Goes up and gets it. Again, really, really, I mean, just sure hands. That's the theme of this video, the theme of the film reaction from what we just watched. So again, very, very solid. There's a little bit more of his college film. I didn't want to go over every little bit. But again, a guy that Cal fans were very mad to see go. He's going to be an instant starter for Nebraska. Him, Ja'Cory Barney, Jalen Lloyd, Demetrius Bell in that room. I'm a big Demetrius Bell guy. You bring in Cortez Mills, Isaiah Mosey. You still might bring in Dane Key. We'll see what happens there. They might go after another transfer wide receiver after that. I think we're looking at a pretty good receiver room for Nebraska, but we need one more transfer. Okay, Nyziah is a very good addition. I was very high on Nyziah, but this receiver room is still very young, still very unproven. You probably need one more guy on top of it, but really good film from what we just watched. I was impressed. Let me know down below your thoughts around his college and high school film in the comment section. Hey, if you made this far in the video, make sure that like button and subscribe. As always, folks, go big grab, go Rhule, and see you in the next one.